what we should do while I ask a few more, you know, questions or whatnot is maybe have you do a screen share of your account and just kind of let's do some battles with the new Dawnfeather Guardian, uh, and see how that goes. Like, is there anything you're wanting to test that you still haven't tested, or are there specific things that you were wanting to look at when it came to this champ still?
So I'm like still in the throes of testing, and my traits are all over the place. But we can definitely go see how things go.
All right. Let's see here.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to restart or something. Probably. Oh wait, it didn't. Oh no, reset didn't happen yet. Okay. Oh, here we go.
I figure maybe we could do advanced arena. Um, Obviously, we don't have guardian arena. What we do for like another what 10 minutes? So that could be a thought too.
Okay, I'm in the advanced arena. All right, you can kind of guide the way here. Here's Grumpy. Let's hit him. Where's he got her? He doesn't, so let's not hit him. Let's hit. Um, nope, he also doesn't hit her. Okay, well, Toothless doesn't have her in the main team, but we can show it anyway. Let's try that. Oh, I skipped it. Sorry. I'll show the stats.
I was gonna say we could always hit the replay button.
Oh, okay, yeah, word. All right. Replay. Here's the stats. And then we can watch it. Okay. Let's see. Anybody who's let's see. Let's find somebody who'll kill me. Here we go. Um so do you want to try it against his Peacock team, or do you want to try it against what it looks like would be the strongest?
Honestly, we should probably try both. One of the things that I wanted to bring up that Aurora brought up as a good point is as fluid as she kind of similar in regards to Queen with how fluid and movement like movement heavy she can be. Uh,
Yeah, Frosty does have some assassin moves.
yep. So the real question is because obviously we're going to want to put. Do we want to put her against put Dawnfeather against Dawnfeather and see how that goes? Those two teams, and then try a team that doesn't have Dawnfeather against their Dawnfeather.
Yeah, up to you. Whatever uh team you want me to hit, I will hit it and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Uh, let's do Dawnfeather against Dawnfeather first.
Okay. And I'll unclick that. Oh, oh wait. We can skip these. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yes.
'cause that's on the third team, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
She makes shields a little bit easier to handle. That I've noticed is they
Mm,
there's a lot of times where I would always be stuck trying to punch up for whatever reason, not being able to even make a dent in Ethereum shields whatsoever, or Nordy shields or uh, barrier when put on champions. With her, it seems like she kind of dampens that pressure a little bit and allows us a bit more damage to go through. And even if I don't win, I at least see that there's a relevant jump in what I am capable of versus what I was capable of.
Yeah, because she's breaking those shields in two places. She does a big one with her guardian skill, and that's where you'll really notice it. But she also does little tiny debuffing when she does her active. And she can sometimes like get pure heart, which is a trait that is from back in the old days, but it's another debuffing trait. And so, or I mean, another shield breaking uh trait. So she gets that little extra trait thrown in there for a small period of time, and it kind of eats away at you a little bit. All right, here's the swap one. It should be this one. There we go. I guess skip that one. And there's the stats.
I've been seeing she's constantly getting over that one or 10 billion mark whenever I would be doing testing against stronger players.
Yeah, you like punching up, you mean?
Yeah. And then, so I asked Aurora, and I'm going to ask you this, and I'm not going to tell you her answer yet. When it
Okay.
comes to play style with her, obviously we talked about how fluid and how much movement she has, and how her graphics don't overwhelm the battlefield. When you, at least right now, with what testing you have done, like you said, your traits are all over the place, right?
Yeah.
If you were to think of the easiest starting build for this champion, let's say for all of the players that aren't up in your how do I put it, league, what would you at least start as a recommendation to optimize testing before really diving into like specialty clan traits?
I mean, I guess if we're talking like, night one, day one, I guess, brutal, energetic, and aggressive are always pretty standard for me, just to kind of get them at like the highest health and strength, and then, try to build on that and then see where it goes from there. That's probably like my starting point. Um, and then you start messing around with, do you want more crit damage? Do you want what do you want? Is it going to be more DPS? Does she need something to keep her alive? Like those are the things you look at next.
And from what you've seen, which route have you decided to kind of go down?
I've mostly been still trying to stack her as a DPS.
Okay. I've been seeing a lot of DPS builds. One thing that Aurora brought up, which this was one of the ones that I was kind of excited to talk about because the way she phrased it from her testing is that she works just as well as a DPS champ as she does a straight debuff champ.
Okay.
So from my guess is, she does a lot of normal attacks, right? Her passive is focused on her normal attacks. Her ultimate is focused on her normal attacks. My guess would be things like Spider Nibble, Enfeeble, Impair. Seeing how those line up with her might be an interesting route to go,
Mhm.
especially if you're going more debuff heavy. And then if you were to do that, based on that line of thought, would you pair her with more DPS heavy champions or more long
I
term
think
champions?
I think you would have to maybe need to. It would depend on who you're like which traits you're going to be moving around because obviously there's all this talk about ETH being like on his way out. Where you're going to put all of those team traits, you know what I mean? So you can kind of utilize her in a way like that. But then yeah, you're going to have to find you're going to want more DPS on your team. So that might look like bringing the tree back in, that or anything that's with the count and the chair lady. So like yeah, you're gonna want to find that balance.
Okay. Uh, with her abilities, her normal attack abilities that I've noticed, uh, was there any particular skill out of her kit that you found the most interesting when you first read them?
I mean, obviously her guardian skills just sounds really good, right? Like it's stacked. So obviously that's going to be like what you're looking forward to seeing at least work the most. But I do think that her active is pretty cool. Um, I just really like the idea of them sneaking little traits in there because, not for nothing these guardians they come with two traits, they're repeating them. Um, and it leaves like not much room for us to work with the traits, especially with every guardian coming that way and them being like the bulk of all our teams now. So it's really hard to get in all those little traits that help everybody that you want and still be able to like make your champ the way you want it. You know what I mean? So I like that they're sneaking in little traits here and there that kind of just help balance out the lack of traits that we can put on them. So that was interesting.
Okay. I definitely see what you're saying about those lack of traits because, like you said earlier, the potential of removing Ethereum or any of these champions that house your team traits
Yeah.
uh, does bring a level of risk involved.
Yeah, it
That,
can put you in a position where now you're choosing between a team trait or like putting two, strength boosters on a champ that is based off of his strength percentage. Then it gets harder.
and in this regard, my guess is you're talking about count.
Yeah, yeah.
One, I I myself have been toying with the idea of taking count out of the mix entirely and throwing a couple different options of champs into the mix. Uh, I've noticed, as talked about before, Nexus, right? She's got her damage output that she has
Hmm.
combined with Squid or Necrosa has been kind of an interesting combo. Voidborn and Necrosa, I should say.
We can try Dork's team and we can switch the formation.
Hmm.
Um, my squid and necrosa are kind of garbage, but we can let's start swapping. Start swapping this. Start swapping this guy.
Before you hit play, let's do a quick pause. Rom needs to check the video that everything is okay.
Okay.
Okay.